through the streets of downtown Billings in support of the LGBTQ community. Q2's Mitch Laggy was at the march today, remembering 50 years since the Stonewall riots. Mitch?
Well, Zoe, people in the community, people in the LGBT community and their allies turned out to show support and celebrate diversity today at the 406 Pride Festival.
And we'll continue to march until we are given equal rights, until sexual orientation and gender identity are protected classes, just like any other minority group in America. We march. That's why we have a Pride Parade.
This year, the 406 Pride Festival is remembering 50 years since the Stonewall riots, the 1969 riots that led to the activism that we see today. After banners advertising the Pride Festival were slashed by vandals, 406 Pride received a statement of encouragement from the Stonewall Inn, the place where LGBT people first fought back against discrimination.
The Stonewall Inn people heard about what was happening. They heard that we were doing this Pride event to honor Stonewall, so they reached out and sent us a message in solidarity with us, which is amazing. I don't even have words. It's indescribable how much that means to me and how important that is, that we have the solidarity of them and all the other LGBTQ community across America. We've had a lot of different places reach out to us and say, hey, we're with you, we're here, we're backing you.
And 406 Pride runs all night long, so there's still some time to get involved. At 6 p.m. tonight at North Park, Shirley Wright, one of the first openly gay musicians, will play a free concert. And there's plenty of dance parties going on after that. To see a full list of events, find the Pride story on ktvq.com. Zoe?
All right, thanks so much, Mitch. Well, in Fire Watch today, we have an update on the 11,000-acre fish hawk fire burning west of Cody, Wyoming. The mandatory evacuation order for Kitty Creek and Boy Scout Camp was lifted today at noon. Due to Friday's moisture and expected moisture into the weekend, residents and property owners will be permitted to return to properties for valuables and necessary items. Now, the affected areas are now in a set level or level 2. This means that residents must still be prepared to immediately evacuate if conditions do take a turn for the worse. For additional updates, we will continue to monitor the system, the Code Red system, as well as the Park County Facebook page. Well, human trafficking and sexual abuse are a huge problem across the country and around the world. A run in Billings this morning raised money to help women who have experienced those problems and are in recovery. The 4th annual run for HER included 5K and 10K runs around Josephine Crossing and Norms Island. The HER Foundation helps women who have been abused get back into normal life. While every case is a little different, counselors typically will work with some women for about 6 months.
Our goal is to just empower them, put power back in their corner. Their identity has been stripped away, their strength, everything has been taken from them. We want to give them that back, show them that they have it in them to live a life of independence.
Well, over to another run here in Billings today, where over 200 people braved a little early morning rain to help kids learn the power of literacy at the 6th annual Riverstone Health Scrub Run. The 5K Scrub Run started at the South Park Pavilion and took participants throughout the Billings South Side. And the kids' race gave the little ones a chance to get some exercise and have some fun. The Scrub Run benefits Riverstone Reads, a program ran by the Riverstone Health Foundation. Riverstone Reads seeks to promote literacy with kids by giving a free book to every child that comes in for a doctor's visit.
Like I said, these are kids that may not have books at home. Reading is just such an important part of a kid's life, and especially as they're getting started, and something that Riverstone truly believes in, and we believe in. I think it's a great thing for them, for all the kids. We've done really well. We've got a lot of books kind of starting to stack up over there, and we had a big turnout today, so it should be a really positive thing for Riverstone.
And we're told Riverstone is looking for more books to give away for free to children. If you have any you would like to donate, they can be dropped off at Riverstone Health Clinic located at 123 South 27th Street. Well, to make good beer, it helps to know the taste of bad beer. The Rimrock Brewers Guild put on a class today about what happens when you make mistakes while brewing. Tasting bad beer throughout the process can help the brewers know how the beer tastes if they do make mistakes. Now, don't worry, the class also included tasting good beer and even a visit from a historian who also talked about some of the marketing and slogan techniques of local brewers.
In the history of Billings, the beer that made Milwaukee jealous. And then I'll talk about the beer that was brewed in Silesia, just down the road here at the Carbon County Brewery. And that was the beer that made Billings jealous.
It's a ridiculous amount of fun. It's a great hobby. It's a lot of fun, and it encourages you to have a beer with friends and share with people. And there's a lot of camaraderie and community that has developed here in Montana. We got a great beer community.
I'm sure those in Missoula were enjoying some beer for the first home game for the Grizzlies, marking the start to new security policies. University of Montana Police Sergeant Kurt Filzer says the updates meet industry standards.
Work well with athletics in this. We plan so there are no hiccups. The nice part about Washington Grizzly Stadium and the University of Montana is we're not new to putting on a really good football game. So it's just making sure all of our ducks are in a row.
Filzer says the new clear bag policy and walk-through metal detectors will make game entrances easier for security guards. And just a reminder, all bags need to be clear plastic at home games from here on out. If you don't have a bag, you can walk straight through the metal detectors. And the detectors arrived on Friday, and security got trained on how they work hours before the game. And it's a big day for Cat and Grizz fans as they both had their season home openers today. And we have more details on the policies on our website. You can go to ktvq.com. Well, stay with us. More to come on the 5:30 news. National Suicide Awareness Week is right around the corner. After the break, we tell you how Montanans are making efforts to raise awareness. Later in sports, Rocky back at home for the first time this season. The Bears try to move to 2-0 against Northern. But first, let's check in with Rob Griggs over in the Weather Center.
Hey, well, thanks, Zoe. Nice, cool, showery weather sure helps suppress some of the wildfire growth. We're going to be warming up for a day or two, but then we've got yet another change in the forecast. The details in the Q2 Storm Tracker forecast in mere moments.
You're watching MTN News with Zoe Zandora, Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs, and sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 5:30 news on Q2, Montana's news leader.